Hey everybody, let's take 5 minutes out of our day and meditate on God's Word together. You've heard the saying, I don't get mad, I get even. Most people don't get even, they get more even. Witness all the cases of people getting cut off in traffic only to follow that person farther down the road, run them off the road, and do something much worse. It's all around us. Many ancient cultures, like the ancient Israelites, had a law to protect against over-retaliation, called the lex talionis, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Say if two guys get into a fight and one of them loses a hand, well, he could go back to his family, tell them, then his brother comes and beheads the guy who did it to him. Then his family hears about it, they come and just massacre the whole tribe. Where does it end? Well, the lex talionis was supposed to put an end to that. But even still, the lex talionis doesn't get to the heart, because someone could appeal to this having a vindictive heart. And so Jesus goes to the heart of it. In Matthew 5:38, Jesus says, "You have heard that it was said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say to you, do not resist the one who is evil. But if anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to him the other also. And if anyone would sue you and take your tunic, let him take your cloak as well. And if anyone forces you to go 1 mile with him, go with him 2 miles. Give to the one who begs from you, and do not refuse the one who would borrow from you." So Jesus goes to the heart of this. And the bottom line is that even if we have the legal right to pursue litigation or not to deny someone, it doesn't mean we should. Jesus is challenging us to stop thinking so much about our personal rights and possessions and to think of others. What Jesus said doesn't sound very fair, but there's not much fair about mercy. And Jesus gets very personal about this. If someone slaps you on the right cheek, you turn the other cheek. And if someone sews the shirt off your back, you give them your coat as well. And Jesus gets political about it. This idea of the Roman soldier compelling someone to carry their equipment for a mile was a legal responsibility someone had to comply with. But many of the Jews hated the Romans. And so this was very political. I think this could apply to us as well. There is so much hatred in our country between political parties. Say, let's just suppose a government leader of a political party that you don't belong to, you don't believe with, you disagree with. Let's say this person asks you to do something, compels you to do something. Maybe you have the legal right to go so far, but you don't want to go more. What should you do? Disciples of Jesus should go the extra mile. Eugene Peterson's paraphrase of the Bible, called The Message, really hits the nail on the head on this passage. He paraphrases, "If someone strikes you, stand there and take it. If someone drags you into court and sues for the shirt off your back, gift wrap your best coat and make a present of it. And if someone takes unfair advantage of you, use the occasion to practice the servant life. No more tit-for-tat stuff. Live generously." Jesus doesn't appeal to a legal code, but to a transformed heart. Self-sacrificial love is now the motivating factor. Selfishness and self-preservation are no longer the driving forces in the kingdom of heaven. And the beauty of this is that it's active resistance. It's not passive resistance. We're not just letting folks do stuff to us. He doesn't say, if someone slaps you on the right cheek, let him slap you on the left cheek. He says, turn the other cheek. You are choosing to do something. If someone sews the shirt off your back, you choose to give them this. If someone compels you to go 1 mile, you choose to go 2 miles. There is active choice. We don't overcome evil passively. We overcome evil actively by choosing to do good. And this leads to what Jesus will say next. We can't just do this because we have to. We're not going to go the extra mile because we have to. Only love can motivate this action. We'll talk about that next time we take 5. I'll see you then.